Hey guys, how y'all doing? The Weirdable here, playing me some Metal Gear Online. Now, I don't know if you knew this, but Metal Gear Solid: The Phantom Pain has recently just released. Can I say recently just released? I'm saying it. Recently just released, like a PvP style online mode, which is amazing, because when this first came out, I thought they were just gonna stay with this whole defending and fighting against other people's bases bullshit, which I really hope I haven't offended you when I said this is bullshit, because I haven't really enjoyed that part of this game at all. But I'll probably touch on that in another video. I really enjoyed in Metal Gear Solid 4 the PvP online. You know, I loved it. I thought it was great, and I'm so glad they've brought it back. Can I just say, before I go any further, this video is solely going to be concentrating on the multiplayer aspect of this game, so there's going to be no discussion of the single player whatsoever. I will put that into another video. I'm kind of working on that one at the moment because I want to do a sort of review on it, but I haven't actually completed it yet, so I don't feel like I can do a full video on it until I've completed it. So anyway, back to the multiplayer. As you can see, I'm running around in this sort of open freestyle roam map, and you're probably all wondering, what the hell is this? If you haven't already guessed, I'm not actually in a game. This is MGO's, or Metal Gear Solid 5's, online lobby system. Yeah, this you know, it's pretty cool. This is their way of creating parties and practicing, and this is the first thing that you come into when you go online. I think it's a really unique and refreshing way of doing things, because you know, in every other online game it's literally just a screen, and you usually I'm on PlayStation, and you usually press triangle to invite someone or whatever, or press the start button or options button, should I say now, and yeah, you invite people. But now it's just such a cool, it's like a whole environment that you have, and what I'm really interested to see is how this develops. And I'm kind of saying it here first, but I think at some point you're going to be able to maybe like, I don't know, build stuff in here, because it kind of seems like it's your base, and it, you know, and obviously they have the whole mother base thing, so I'm kind of thinking you'll be able to develop on it and, you know, customize your own map so you can host your own games on your map, sort of thing. So that's what I think it's going to be like. I think you're going to be able to create an online game, but one of the maps will be on your map, but you'll be able to choose, you know, how the layout is, and you'll be able to essentially customize your own map. That's kind of what my thoughts are on it. I don't know if you have any thoughts on it, because it's a rather big open world just for you and maybe like a couple other people to run about in. And I don't know why, but my first initial thought was that there's got to be some kind of Easter egg on this map, because it's huge and there's nothing much in it apart from these buildings. But anyway, we'll find out soon enough, I'm sure. So by this point I've probably played about 2 games, mainly on the game mode called Bounty Hunter, which is basically team deathmatch, but there's kind of this different kind of variance and point system, so just killing someone doesn't get you a whole lot of points. If you knock them out and then attach the little balloon thing to them, then you get more points, and it's all very kind of Metal Gear Solid confusing and not very straightforward. And then we have the other 2 game modes. At the moment there's only 3, which I'm assuming, and I'm kind of really hoping that they're going to bring out other game modes. The one that this one that I'm playing right now is called Com Control. I haven't played Cloak and Dagger yet, so I'm not really sure what that one's about. But Com Control is basically domination, from what I've played, and what you can kind of see here. There's 3 control points, and to control them, you simply go into the area of where the lights are, and you can take over it, take control of it. And to be honest, it's actually a lot of fun. The only drawback from it, which I've experienced so far, is the time limit, or the time rounds, are very short. And I'm not really sure why. I don't know if that's because, well, I guess I can talk about this now, that you can make your own lobbies and you can make your own game modes, and I don't know if there's too many sort of like official servers going on, or this is someone's server. I'm still very new to this game, so I'm going to kind of try and maybe look and see if I can join a game mode of Com Control that has longer lasting rounds. It's just because I feel like I get started in this game mode, and then, well, as you can see there on the clock, it's only like 5 minutes, 6 minutes long, and I feel like I just get started and just get into the match, and then the timer goes down, and it's all over, which for me is a real kind of annoyance, if anything, because we're so used to these online games lasting a lot longer. So if they can change that, that'd be really, really great, because I feel like it would add so much to this game. Because this game isn't it shouldn't be played like a fast game. It should be played slightly slower, I think. You can see on the screen right now that I'm shooting at this walker thing. This is probably one of the only annoying things about this game. All the other stuff I can handle, all the sort of invisibility cloaks and all this shit I can handle. But these walker things, I think are really OP. And I know you can shoot them from behind and all that, but I really hope that there's a lot more lobbies where, it's more obvious that they're not allowed, kind of thing. I think that there should just be separate game modes where these machines are in here, and you can go on other lobbies where they're not going to be on the maps at all. So that would be something that I would love to see. Another thing which I kind of thought of whilst I was playing is this game would be amazing if they added a kind of search and destroy type game mode. It would suit this game so much, because, and especially if you've only got one life, you'd play it so slowly and everything would be just based completely on tactics. And because the aiming and shooting's pretty hard on this game, so at the end of the day you're gonna rely on your tactics and map positioning, and if you've got a good line of sight on someone. That was actually a pretty lucky escape, I thought, from from getting my head blown off there. That's actually one thing I kind of wanted to talk about, is the controls. They're basically exactly the same as the single player controls, but they are exactly the same as the single player controls. And that little dive feature is so handy, because it's almost like the last ditch attempt. I don't find it cheap or annoying in any way, because this whole game is really difficult, so this little feature where you can dive out the way is great. The controls are something I believe that they've improved and made this game so much more available to other people, other than hardcore Metal Gear Solid players. Because before, even in Metal Gear Solid 4, even though the controls were okay, they still made it a bit of a challenge. I mean, for those of you who remember Metal Gear Solid 3, sort of the Snake Eater, the first online game, Jesus Christ, that game is so hard online, purely because the controls were such a brain workout, like you had to press R1 and L2 and circle and triangle and square all at the same time just to raise your gun and shoot someone. So now that they've made it so much more accessible, you're going to have so many other people playing it, and then hopefully that means that this game will last a lot longer. There'll be tons of more content added to it, and it'll just become a great game. And I'm not sure if I'm the only person who thinks this, but when I play this game, I really can't help but think that this is the SOCOM that we should have had on next gen. Like, come on, let's sort of admit it, this is pretty much SOCOM. Like, it's a shooter, it's third person, it's army based. Yeah, there are things walking about on machine things walking about, but what great game doesn't have that nowadays? All this game is missing to make it become basically the SOCOM sequel, or the SOCOM next gen game, is like an S&D type game mode, or at least a game mode where you only have one life. And to be honest, I'm pretty okay saying that I think it's like SOCOM, because they've been toying with us and saying that SOCOM's going to come out for so long, and they just haven't delivered. So, fuck it, like, play this. That's all I can say. And if you're a hardcore Metal Gear Solid fan and you're a hardcore SOCOM fan, all I can say is, if you have this game, if you have Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain, download the online, definitely, because it's free, and why shouldn't you give it a go? The only other question is, if you don't already have Metal Gear Solid 5 and you're a SOCOM fan, should you download it? Or should I say, should you buy it? I'm going to say maybe hold back for the moment, because we don't know where it's going. We don't know how it's going to develop. So I'm going to definitely be putting up more videos and showing you, how this game's going to develop, what, if they're going to add any different game modes, and just sort of really see what direction they take this game in. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll definitely be putting up some more Metal Gear Solid Online videos. And yeah, if you like this video, give it a like. If you didn't like it, give it a dislike. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.